an upset rant about corporate America. So I'd been looking when I was thinking about living on the road at, comments about RV places and whatnot, and found that corporations have bought all the once mom and pop RV resorts. And what happens then? Then you get a nameless, faceless, uncaring representative, or no representative at all. You pay the price, but you don't get what we once called value, quality, and service. So I go to rent a truck from Budget Truck Rental. Unfortunately, they were connected to an Avis car rental as well, and they could have given a darn that I was standing there waiting for the cargo van I had rented a week previous, and there was no cargo van. And he said he could go 2 hours away to get it. I had already spent $14 to get to his service area, his office, and I was going to have to pay more to be able to get home, because now it was getting to be prime hours for Uber and Lyft drivers. So I ended up spending a total of $27 for a van I never got. What was worse is they pull you in with the same price as U-Haul, $19.99 a day, but their mileage is lower, only 59 cents a mile, until they tell you that they want $58 a day for insurance. So naturally, I said, I'll be leaving you a review, and then I left. So then I tried contacting Budget's corporate offices, and of course I never heard back from them. They had a cute little form for complaints. So this week I wised up and went back to my usual U-Haul rental. Now, U-Haul is still $19.99 a day for that van, but their mileage is 79 cents a day. So I said, can't you give me the Budget price? And he already knew what Budget did to me, because he said, well, Budget makes you pay $48 a day for insurance, and we're only charging $10. You win, I said. And so I rented the U-Haul van for the $19.99 a day and the 79 cents a mile, which is starting to add up. So that's the story of my Budget truck rental, and how when you're dealing with corporations, there is no service. There's no representative. Now here's another example. Extra space storage. Yay! They look so pretty from the outside with their cute little green trim. And they were the cheapest storage around. They give you an intro offer. I could only imagine what they're going to do to me in the months to come. See, they have me on auto pay, and they can basically charge me anything they want. Can't they? Because, prime example, they send me the number for my storage. It's supposed to be a 10 by 15. That's what they said. I got the introductory price off the internet. And they gave me a code to get in. Never told me about the star at the end, even though I tried and the stars don't even work. So I go to the gate early this morning and I can't get in. I tried the number over and over and over again, and it did nothing. So I parked over by the office waiting to get in. Little did I know, and when you try to press the star, it doesn't work. So I waited, and then this kind gentleman in a truck, I had pulled up next to the little thing that you press the buttons in, but I didn't block the way because I knew other people, businessmen, would want to get in and do their thing this morning. And sure enough, a guy came. He says, hey, what's going on? And I'm standing by my truck. I said, I can't get in. He gave me a number that doesn't work. And he said, just follow behind me. I says, I don't want to get stuck in there. Do I have to put a number in to get out? He says, no, it'll automatically open. So I said, okay, yeah, thank you so much. because I've been sitting here for an hour now, and I'd have to wait another hour for them to open the office. So I get in there, and the minute I saw the door, I knew it wasn't a 10 by 15. I know 10 by 15s. I have been in the antique business forever, and our stuff has been in storage from the beginning of time, because we never really had a home until later on in our lives. And we would use storage up in the north and storage down in the south. And back then, individuals owned it, and you could deal directly with them. And if you had a problem, they'd fix it. So after I finished unloading my I opened the door and I walked it out, and it's not even a 9 by 12, let alone a 10 by 15, right? So I'm angry about that, and then I'm looking around, holes in the walls. The ceiling is duct taped together. Lovely. And I'm like, a mold on the ceiling. I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? I don't have any other choices. My kids' garage is jam-packed full, and they haven't gotten to it yet. Now that Finn's in school, I'm hoping they will. And maybe they'll be able to make enough space for my personal stuff for when I blow out what's left of the antiques. That will be gone. It's not as much as I thought. I'm quite shocked. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to need more than a 10-foot U-Haul truck, but I'll probably get something a little bigger just to be sure. Right. So I'm just flabbergasted. I am. I'm just stunned. I get my box of borax and I put it all around the edge. I hope that's not going to attract the rats, but it definitely stops the cockroaches. And then I put cockroach baits all around, because this is Florida and that's what you have to do. And I did notice that they do have rat traps here and there in the facility. Because people are stupid and will put food in storage, even when they're told not to. So yeah, it attracts rats. And we had rats in the last one up in Hudson, Florida, and they were dead on the inside of the gully. It was really gross. Poor Maggie found rats in her boxes dead. So, yeah. Corporate America. So I get home, because it's still not 9 o'clock and they're still not open in the office, and I called Extra Space Storage, okay? She was such a nice girl when I was renting. And I was angry, but I kept my cool. I said, I wasn't able to get in the gate this morning, and I really need to do this when it's cooler and not with the sun blazing on me. And I had to wait till a good Samaritan allowed me to follow them in. Can you tell me why my number won't work?
Did you use a star at the end of the number?
No, I didn't, because what you sent me had no star. I figured, and then I tried it. I tried putting number, the number signal, the number, because that's usually how it is, and then the star at the end. That didn't work either. I never thought to do just the number and a star. I've never encountered that before. And even though I told them I didn't want the cylinder lock, they still left the cylinder lock in there, which is like a $20-something charge. They'll charge you for everything they possibly can. And you have no recourse, because you know what she said to me when I said, I have a 9 by 12 barely, not a 10 by 15. What are you going to do about it?
I wasn't here when they measured these places out, and I can't do anything about it.
I said, corporate, right? Yeah. Corporate America. And try to get a hold of anyone there. So there's a number on the gate. We'll take care of you 24 hours a day, anytime you call us, and we'll take care of the issue. 888 storage. So I call 888 storage. And what do I get? Press number 1 for this, and number 2 for that, number 3 for that, number 4. So I press number 4, because that was supposed to give me issues with getting in the gate. Please try number blah, 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 blah. If that doesn't work, up yours, basically was the message. And then I pressed the other number to try to get a hold of a human being. The offices are closed right now. Thank you for using Extra Space Storage. Click. This is the problem with corporate America. We're held hostage by these people. Yeah, hostage. Just think, if there was numbers on the inside, which there are at some storage places, let's say you got in and if this was one of the options when I called. Are you currently inside the storage facility and your code doesn't work and you're unable to get out? So I tell you there's a number. If that number doesn't work, please call the offices. Then you press a number for the offices. The offices are closed right now. Thank you very much. Goodbye. What if it were 10 o'clock at night and you couldn't get back out? Because that's when you can't access the gate, between 6 and 10 only. That's good because you don't want people in there late at night who can just break off locks and start stealing stuff. I get it. So let's see. I've covered budget. I've covered extra storage. And I briefly spoke about what's happened to RV parks. You can't get any quality of any kind. You're smushed in with neighbors who can be vicious, and no one can do anything about it. Plus, dogs can poop at your doorstep, and you can't do anything about it. People can blare music all night, and you can't do anything about it. And it's just gotten to the point I don't want to go anywhere or do anything. I don't want their storage. I'm saying to myself, this is good. I'm going to get rid of every last thing. I want to have all my photos on a dang hard drive, and I'm going to start working on that. Yes, indeedy do, I am. Maybe I won't even pack them into the truck. Maybe instead, I will start opening those boxes and putting those photos on hard drives at Walmart if the machine will work. Oh, you can put them on your computer. My computer's too old. It's too old. Don't restart. It's trying to restart. My computer, which is ancient, 2007, there's the other thing about corporations, computers. If you don't have an updated computer, you're screwed. When they try to do the updates, it won't update because they're updating for 2000 whatever, and you've got a 2007. And you either go along or don't own it. Don't have storage. But what do you do when you have to have storage? I'm just fed up. I miss the old days, all right? I miss the days of my childhood and even a little after that, before the 70s, when they took everything and sent it overseas. You remember that? And all the small towns in America were crushed. What a horrible thing that was. Those towns never recovered. As a matter of fact, that one town I lived in, Milo, Maine, I couldn't believe it. Oh, we had 4 hotels and 3 grocery stores and, where's the buildings? Well, they rotted and they were torn down. They're destroying us from within, little by little, and we're letting them. We're just letting them. I'm not going to go into anything else. I just want to talk about corporate America right now, which is bad enough. I remember in the old days, everything was owned by families. The Five and Dime was owned by families. Hudson's clothing store was owned by families. And, I don't know, Shiny shoe store, whatever, was owned by families. And if they wanted to please you so badly, because there were 3 or 4 shoe guys in the area and they were all family owned, they wanted your business. If you're not happy with this, please come back. We'll take care of you. Now it's,
I ain't had nothing to do with it. Go complain to somebody else.
I would love to find a small country to move to that still has the old values, the family-owned stores where corporate has not touched yet. There ought to be a law in this country. That's all I'm saying. Think about what you're voting for when you vote for it. You know, that's another subject, another time. I'm going to stick to this one and call it a day. And now I'm going to go and pack the van up with more stuff. It's a U-Haul van, and I have to say, the local guy has been pretty good to me, but as he said, I can't do anything about it. Corporate makes those prices and they can't be changed. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I am continuing my move, and I'm getting things done, and I'm pretty darn proud of myself. All by myself. Of course, I am leaving the very heavy things for my kids, because I'm not taking any chances. See you later. Bye.